All right.
Buckle in, because it's Nintendo time.
Okay, it's no surprise. We are both Nintendo fanboys.
110%.
I've been playing Nintendo since I could barely walk.
Me too.
Honestly, so as games have gotten more mature, Nintendo is pretty much the only company that pretty much caters to just fun.
Yeah.
And it makes them, I guess, sound kiddie most of the time, or
hardcore gamers don't like them.
Right, and I'm like, what did you play growing up?
No.
Because you definitely didn't play
Gears
Call
of War.
Doomy 2
Right.
when you were 3.
Right.
Actually, some of y'all, that's going to be the case. But
I didn't grow up playing Halo.
From
I
the
grew
90s,
up playing Mario.
Right, in the 90s, you grew up playing SNES and Genesis and that kind of crap.
Right.
And Spyro and what's that?
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, you grew up playing mascots.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I like Nintendo, and I'm gonna keep buying Nintendo things because I actually think they're fun.
Yeah, we had both had our Switches pre-ordered.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're hardcore Nintendo fans.
Yeah, like I said, I said in an earlier video, but the Switch is the first real home console I think I've ever bought on opening day. The only other console I've ever bought on opening day is the new Nintendo 3DS, which I only bought because Monster Hunter was one of the release games with it,
Right.
and I have the Monster Hunter version of the new 3DS. So,
right.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to E3, not the things of the past.
Right.
First off, we'll start off with Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
This was announced as a launch title. It was shown off, and I'm excited for it. It looks like a mixture between the original Xenoblade Chronicles and the Xenosaga games, which are more anime looking. Which is nice. If you didn't play the first Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenoblade Chronicles X, the first Xenoblade Chronicles was neat. It was kind of an open world, real-time RPG. Like, it almost plays like an MMO almost.
It does.
You get wrecked at the beginning a lot because you have no idea how to play the game.
Right.
And then once you get good, it's a really fun game.
It's also reliant on AI, which is weird.
Yeah,
like a lot of
you have to.
Like boss
and
battles.
Your AI is very smart. Your AI is just not out there just spamming its strongest attacks.
Right.
It'll it has like the topple system.
Yeah.
Where you daze somebody, and then somebody can follow up with a topple, which actually knocks them down,
Right.
and then I don't know, it's weird, but you have to combo the things together. And your AI will wait for you to, like, if you're the daze character, they'll wait for you to daze it before they use their topple move. Or if they're the daze character, they'll wait until your topple move is full before they try to use their daze move.
Right.
And it works. It really does. It's
a
really good game for the Wii and the 3D, the new 3DS.
Correct. And then they had Xenoblade. Buttery flavored crust. Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U, and it was also critically acclaimed. I know you.
I own it, and I've never played it. I've taken the packaging off, but I know it's going to be at least an 80-hour game. And
like 200.
It's you don't
even get your first scale until like 40 hours.
I'm talking about if you were to play it straight through. I've heard it's easily 80 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It's open world. Like, you, especially once you get your scale, you can like go across the entire map.
And go anywhere.
When it came out, it was known for having one of the biggest maps in a game.
Yeah.
Of all time. And I saw a video of somebody just starting on one side and just running all the way to the other side of the map, and it took them 36 minutes of running like as straight as possible.
That's
to the
ridiculous.
Other side of the map. But yeah, I do plan on playing it. That'll probably be down the road in a lull time, just because I already know how to play Xenoblade.
Yeah. This one actually almost looks like one of the Tales games.
It's weird.
It's got
space fusion.
Yeah, it's got a much more structured story than the other
I
ones.
heard the story is super generic for X.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
2 looks more like a JRPG, which
It does.
Xenoblade is.
Which intrigues me because I'm all about them
The
JRPGs.
JRPGs.
It focuses on I can't remember the boy's name, but he has a sword, and the sword has like an entity,
spirit, yeah,
tied to it, and he doesn't see the sword most of the time. He sees the girl. So they travel together, and it's all about him like saving her. It looks really cool.
I'll probably pick it up just because I have Xenoblade. I had Xenoblade for the Wii. It's the game that actually killed my Wii because I kept my Wii on for 4 days straight. And yeah, my motor died. But I sold it back for more than what it's worth because it's hard to get your hands on.
GameStop was the only one who had it in America, in the Americas, and I
bought
think
it for $60, sold it for $90. So
yeah, I was gonna say it was like $130 back when it was like brand new used.
Right.
It was just ridiculous. What can you do?
Because they made a limited run, but this looks good. I'll probably have it day one.
They said it was available holiday 2017.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if that got pushed back, but still.
Look, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's gonna get pushed back. It's gonna get pushed back," but they keep saying it's gonna be out for Christmas, and
if it's out for Christmas,
I'm down.
Mom and Dad, it's on the list.
It'll probably. What I'm guessing is it'll probably come out either right before Thanksgiving or right after, or like that lull period between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like second week December.
The slot right after Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
The big slot right after Mario Odyssey. Okay.
All right. What else they showed? They showed a new Kirby game.
Kirby.
Which, I don't know. I don't care who you are. You would probably played a charming Kirby game. Most of them aren't very hard.
No.
But they're all fun. No, I can't say that. Most of them are
Most
fun.
of them are fun, yeah.
Kirby's one of my favorite video game characters.
HAL Labs doesn't...
They don't make
bad games.
They don't?
They just don't. Sakurai does not make bad games.
In fact, I'm playing a HAL Labs game right now, Box Boy, and as soon as I finish it, because I'm like on the last world right now, I'm going to play its sequel, Bye Box Boy.
Yeah.
Which, well, I guess the third in the series, the last one. But it's good. It's just a good game.
Yeah.
This one looks like a mix between Kirby's Superstar and Kirby 64.
Yes.
Which are both very well beloved games for most people that played them back in the day.
It's bringing Kirby back to its roots.
Yes.
Which I really love. We've already discussed this. We're going to do a Cricket Classic on Kirby's Air Ride, which is another Kirby game that I love. But this game really brings it back to like the Super Nintendo roots.
You suck up enemies, you take their powers, you use them. And this one is 4-player couch co-op.
For the Switch. Oh my gosh. The Switch, guys. 4-player couch co-op. Nintendo's bringing back couch co-op. Nintendo, give us free stuff. But, yeah.
You mix abilities with your partners.
Yeah.
This is gonna... Even if it's not very long, I will probably have it day one and be like, man, I shouldn't have paid $60 for this. But this is awesome.
I'm gonna have it day one. Unfortunately, currently it's a TBA 2018 release date. I'm hoping that it'll be Q1 2018.
I'm thinking it'll probably be spring.
Yeah.
So I guess that's quarter one, quarter two.
Q1, Q2. I think Yoshi is more of a priority for them right now.
Yes. And in fact, let's talk about that next. Yoshi, tentative title. Both the Yoshi game and the Kirby game are just called Yoshi and Kirby.
Correct. For Nintendo Switch, yeah.
But Yoshi kind of looks like it has the yarn, the Yoshi's...
His, like, new aesthetic.
Yeah. Which, when I first saw this, I was like, it's got 2-player co-op. Then I saw the gameplay.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen the gameplay.
I watched the Treehouse on it, so yeah.
The Treehouse, and I'm watching the puzzles, and I was like, this is a good puzzle platformer. Like, the way you interact with the world is actually, like, it plays into the puzzle platforming aesthetic. If you haven't seen it, it looks like Yoshi's like a little toy, I guess. Like
he's like a yarn version of
himself. A yarn Yoshi, like the yarn Yoshi in the last game. But the worlds are built like dioramas. They're built out
Yeah.
of regular stuff
Like
like
cardboard.
cardboard and
Like lollipops, and it's almost got a
toilet
little
paper rolls.
Yeah,
and
it almost looks like Little Big Planet a little bit.
yeah, and everything's fully interactable. Not
Right.
fully, but interactable. You can throw stuff at the background and
Right.
send it careening off into space.
You can actually go into the background.
Yes.
You can go behind the scenes.
Right,
said.
they showed, you go through a stage, and then they showed another stage, which was the same stage, except you're on the back side of it.
And all
So
the
you
cardboard
see-
drawings and stuff, it just looks like cardboard.
Right, and so you see, like, where there were platforms moving in and out. There's a Shy Guy out there, actually with a rubber band, like, shooting it out.
Right.
And then pulling it back, and then shooting it, and that's neat, and it played into the puzzles, all, like, really well.
It's innovative. It's something that, isn't shown a lot.
It looks like it's still, to me, it looked like it was still very early in development.
It did.
Just lack of HUD and things like that.
Well, and
But
in the treehouse, they mentioned that.
Okay.
They said, like, yeah, this is one of, like, 3 levels that is in development, and you can even tell while you're watching it, like, what the jumping physics haven't been nailed yet.
Yeah,
And,
it looks unpolished.
Yeah.
But it looks, with that being said, it looks really, really good.
oh, yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to it now. Maybe it'll have the ARMS effect where this will start looking even better as it comes up.
Yoshi has always been a franchise a character that I've been like, like I
And you
played
can see a franchise. I mean, there's Yoshi.
Yoshi Story and, stuff like that.
Yoshi's Island 2 is still...
Yeah.
Or Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Mhm.
Still one of the
better ones.
most underrated games I think I've ever played.
Like I was saying,
You're
like
crying in my sleep.
yeah, the baby Mario. It's one of those where I was like, I'll just stay away from it. And then I went to Best Buy one day and played a demo on the 3DS of Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, and literally put it down and walked away because I said, if I keep playing this, I'm going to
You're gonna
buy
buy
it.
it. Yeah.
Because it's
Yoshi games are
smooth,
good.
it's fun, it's cute, it's just great. It's a
Yoshi's Story is
package.
great. If maybe we'll play some of that.
I think we should.
Just some retro Yoshi Story,
Cricket
Yoshi's
Classic.
Island.
Yoshi's Island coming to you.
All right. So next, they didn't really announce. They just cut to the Pokemon Company and
Right.
they mentioned that they are indeed working on a Pokemon Switch game.
Yeah.
Which everybody suspected from the get-go, and all the evidence pointed to it. They just, when they did their Pokemon Direct a few weeks before, or a week before,
Right.
they didn't mention it at all. They
Not at
mentioned
all.
Pokemon Tournament and
Pokemon Tournament and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Ultra Moon, and the Gold and Silver
Oh,
re-releases.
yeah.
Which I'm excited
Oh,
about. Right,
can't
I know. Gold and Silver is like one of my favorite Pokemon games, but no mention of Pokemon for Switch, which we knew they were developing because they posted,
They posted
an
a wanted
ad
ad. Yeah.
wanting somebody to develop for current software.
Right. So they're calling it Pokemon Core RPG.
Yeah, it has
For
no name
Nintendo
yet.
Switch.
That's all they said.
And
Hey,
it's
we're
in
doing
development.
it. And we know they're going to be tight-lipped about it because they're always tight-lipped about Pokemon games.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the fun things about Pokemon games is that leading up to them, they give you a little bit of...
A little bit at a time.
All right, here's your starters.
Right.
And then like 3 weeks later, they'll be like, here's their fully evolved forms.
Right.
And then after that, they're like, here's your legendaries.
Right.
And so you just... Everybody gets excited, or, they put out the demo, and the whole Pokedex is in the demo. Hey, guys, we
Right.
have the whole Pokedex, but everybody, we don't know movesets, we don't know names, we don't know stats.
We don't know anything yet.
Yeah, so we'll get excited about this as it develops, because everybody loves Pokemon.
So
Even if you hate it, you love it.
Yeah, one thing that I, kind of lost my mind over is the announcement of Metroid Prime 4 currently
Metroid Prime 4.
in development.
Also, no trailer to go with it.
No, yeah, no trailer.
No trailer, anything.
Literally nothing other than space, the number 4, and then the theme. The title theme plays. And I was like 8 years old again on the schoolyard, and I was just like, oh my god, I can't
So
wait.
if you haven't played a Metroid game, or if you don't know about Metroid was innovative back in the day because it created a set of 2D platforming games in which the map itself was a maze that you had to retraverse in
Oh,
order
yeah.
to progress the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, like, you'll hear it called the Metroidvania style of games.
Yeah, because
If you
Castlevania is
played-
the same way.
Right, Castlevania was the
Mhm.
exact same way. Cave Story is a good
Cave Story is very
example
similar.
of a rather
Oh
newish
shoot!
game
What's
like that.
Zeo Drifter is another one that's
Yes.
like Metroid Light.
Yes,
So-
but Metroid Prime came along, and they put that same concept into 3D space. Like
Right.
the game is still broken up into rooms.
Yeah.
There's still a map, but everything's in 3 dimensions. And so it's a first-person shooter that came out for the GameCube.
Metroid Prime?
Yeah.
Yes, GameCube.
And I
So
remember
Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 were for GameCube. Metroid Prime 3 was for Wii.
Yeah.
And then Metroid Other M, which was a side-scrolling one that's also for Wii. But we
So-
haven't heard of a new Metroid game other than Metroid Prime Federation Force for the 3DS.
which was not really a Metroid game. It was kind of a game with a Metroid skin
with a
on it.
Metroid skin on it, yeah. But Metroid Other M was the last time we've seen Samus other than Smash Bros.
Right, and so this game comes out, and if, by the way, if you haven't played Metroid Prime, there's a collection, I think, for the Wii U, if you have a Wii U.
You can get the Metroid Prime collection. It's got 1, 2, and 3. It does not have traditional controls. It only has the motion controls.
Which works, just trust me on that.
It works. I prefer the traditional on the GameCube, but I mean, it doesn't really matter.
But it's different. It's very different from your first-person shooters because it's as much puzzle and...
It's more detective work. You have a scan visor, and you'll scan different things in order to get more information, unlock different doors,
Right.
things like that.
It's very lonesome.
Mhm.
It's just Samus.
You're it. Yeah,
And
she's the only
A
one.
lot of time you walk into a room and it's just you and room, and there might be enemies hiding somewhere.
You don't know.
But you just gotta puzzle your way around. It's definitely worth a play. At least the first one,
Oh yeah.
because the first one, the second one, and the third one, the second one at least. I didn't play the third one.
The third one's
second one
fun.
Is more of Metroid Prime.
Right.
But it's worth a playthrough so you can play that kind of game because there's not really another game, like another FPS like Metroid
Correct.
out there, Metroid Prime. So the announcement of Prime 4 is both a surprise, it's a welcome surprise, I'd say,
Oh yes.
but we don't know anything about it.
Right.
With that being said, let's move on down the list. We're
We got
taking up time.
Fire Emblem Warriors.
Fire Emblem Warriors, which if you've played any Warriors game, you've played.
Yeah.
This. I know you're not excited for Warriors.
It's not that I'm not excited. It's just I'm one of the biggest Fire Emblem fans you'll ever meet, ever. I've even played through a lot of the Japanese ones. I just don't know who's going to be in it yet. They're very tight-lipped about who specifically is going to be in Warriors, and I'm just a little nervous.
Because they said they've pulled mostly from the newer ones in the beginning,
Yeah.
but that's because that's what people know.
Which I love the
honestly-
new ones. I love the new Fire Emblems, but I want to see Ellawood. I want to see Hector. I want to see Lynn. I want to see Roy out there. I
Well,
want
they're
to see.
very tight-lipped about who is and who's not going to be in the game. And if I know anything about it's because it's Tecmo Koei, right?
Koei Tecmo.
Same company. I
Yeah.
just got the name back. They fused into one company.
Correct.
If I know anything about them, what they'll probably do is be like, here's DLC packs of all the characters that you wanted that we didn't put in the
Correct.
game.
I think that's
With new campaigns
Right.
on top of them so they can kind of justify it. If you like Warriors games, there's no
You'll like this
reason
one.
to not get it because
Right.
it's Warriors for semi-portable consoles.
Yeah.
It's for the Switch. I think it's coming out for 3DS too, is it not?
it is, and it's. I don't think it'll even have the Legends title. I think it's just Fire Emblem Warriors, and it's coming out
And it's going to be.
for 3DS
I think
as
they'll
well.
do a better job than they did for
Legends.
Hyrule
Warriors Legends.
Warriors Legends.
I
4,
definitely
which
think
was
so
weird.
as well. But that game's also a blast. So
Yeah,
if you're
it's
into
fun.
the Warriors series, pick that one up. You're gonna.
I'll probably
you're
have
gonna
a day
like it.
one because I don't have a Warriors game yet. I like to fill out my collection with all types of games.
Different
just so
types,
I can
yeah.
Be like, hey, if you don't like this, maybe you'll like this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Breath of the Wild DLC comes out. Is it out today?
The 20th.
By the time you see
30th.
this,
Yeah. So
By
Yeah.
the time you see this, it'll definitely be out.
It'll be dropped.
You'll probably see us with some gameplay for that. It includes some new modes, a hard mode, new armor, new place where you can charge up your Master Sword to actually make it good, because the Master Sword is, by the time you get to the end of the game, it's just...
It's decent.
It's alright.
Yeah.
And they announced the new DLC for the winter, which is all included for $20. You get both packs, so it's a DLC pack.
So the second one's called Ballad of the Champions.
And it includes, and this is, if you haven't played the game, you'll have no idea what we're talking about, but it has the 4 champions in it, which we've been waiting on. We kind of knew this was coming because the game doesn't expand on the champions, but they're some of the best characters in the game.
They are so awesome. And 4 new amiibo.
Yes, of course. They're going to take this opportunity to sell you more. Hey, Nintendo, sell us more stuff.
So we will be doing amiibo gets on all of those.
Yes, we have all of them pre-ordered. I think both of us.
Do you have all 4?
I have all 4.
I've got all 4.
I got
dual amiibo get.
I had to go somewhere else for Mifa, but I found her.
Yeah, I have 3 pre-ordered in one place and then Mifa at another. So
yeah,
super psyched about that.
Same here.
Yeah, so super psyched about that. That's available holiday 2017. So assuming December-ish.
I'm thinking probably end of November.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they'll get it in time for...
I need my meebs. Whew! Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. We talked about that. XCOM Mario.
If you want to check that out, that's on our Ubisoft.
Oh, that's August 29th.
Yeah.
My bad. I said 25th.
Oh, yeah. 29th.
So still, in that week, we're dropping coin. Here's a big one.
I was excited about this.
Yeah.
Mainly because when I saw the Switch and I saw all the indie support that it was getting right from the get-go, I was like, this would be awesome to basically play my Steam games on the go.
Which is essentially what the Switch is doing.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, but all you got is Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart. And I'm like, I have so many other things. You just don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
Rocket League was announced for the Switch. Made sense right off the right off the bat. I really do hope they incorporate some motion controls in it, because
that'd be cool.
The Switch has already shown us that these things are more than capable of doing motion very well. I mean, I still play arms and motion control.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Even though I'm awful at it. But it has. So they have some new exclusive cars, which is something,
hats,
which you probably. But the big thing is cross-network play. So you can play people on the Xbox and on PC.
In the
same room.
In the same room.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I am excited in general just to get a chance to play Rocket League, because my crappy computer can't run Rocket League. So I'm really excited. They say it's coming out holiday.
I bet that'll be a December one. I think that'll be a big... I'm curious if they'll come out with it physical.
I don't think they would.
I don't think there is a
reason
physical.
to.
Right. I like to have my shelf full of things.
I don't care.
But I know.
Especially for a portable console like the Switch.
Yeah.
Just let me download it and I don't have to switch games. Right. I mean, that's how it is now. I don't own any physical games.
Right.
There's one physical Switch game in this house that my roommate owns for when he buys a Switch.
Right.
They showed FIFA, which we knew. They showed the gameplay. It looks like FIFA. I'll get it day one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Super Mario Odyssey, which they showed off last year. But this time they have more of the complete game. It's got the Mario charm.
It does.
It looks like... Yes, okay.
It looks awesome.
It doesn't just look like another... It looks like Mario.
It looks like a fleshed out Mario adventure game.
Yes, and I'm glad they pushed it back to get out of the way of everything else.
Yes,
because from what I've heard, it was pretty much completed as soon as they finished the Switch.
Right.
But it comes out October.
Right.
Notice it's out of the way of literally everything else.
Everything.
And this will be, if you get a Switch for Christmas, this will be your game.
I'm sure they'll come out with bundles with it. They have to. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Zelda bundle and a Mario bundle by Christmas time.
Yeah. Some other things we did not mention. The Metroid 2 remake.
Oh, Metroid Samus Returns.
Samus Returns.
Cam. Metroid 2 remake.
So, the original Metroid, this is the Metroidvania kind of game they announced for the 3DS. Looks awesome.
It looks incredible.
They took all the old school stuff from Metroid, you know, and they added on some new mechanics that make the game super playable.
Oh, yeah.
Free shooting now, you can shoot in any direction instead of having the jump and timer shots on everything.
There's a melee guard now where if an enemy comes and flies at you, Samus will smack it with her charge beam. And it like slows it down and everything. It's so
it looks
cool.
Good. Like you'd think the low polygon would not look good, but I mean it fits on the 3DS because the resolution is so tiny. It looks really good.
It's beautiful.
We'll both have it day one. You're definitely going to see some of this later, like after it comes out.
Along with that, there are 2 new Metroid amiibo to go along with that game. I have both of those pre-ordered.
I have those pre-ordered.
Samus in her Metroid 2 phase or stance where she's on her knee and she's got the charge beam like that.
The quintessential Samus stance.
And then Metroid breaking out of its chamber and it's squishy. Yeah, which is super cool. I'm super
nice
psyched.
Little gimmicky thing that will make this amiibo, that amiibo, very hard to find, I'm sure later. I remember when Boo came out, Boo is glow in the dark.
Right.
And everybody lost their minds and had to get Boo. And it's impossible to find a Boo anywhere, even though he only works for like 2 games.
Right.
Just because he glows in the dark.
Well, he'll work with Bowser's minions.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Nice little transition. Superstar Saga,
Mario Luigi Superstar Saga is being
plus
remade
Bowser's minions
for the 3DS with an added strategy game.
Yeah,
Bowser's Minions.
And apparently it's long. Like it's not like an hour-long thing.
Fleshed out game. And I will definitely be getting it because I missed Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga the first time around.
I did not. It's an incredible game.
Mike played it too. I remember he has it right now somewhere.
Does he really?
For, I don't know, one of those consoles. But
Fantastic
I've seen him play it before, and I'm excited to get my chance to play it.
Oh yeah. Along with Fire Emblem Warriors, there's a Chrom amiibo. Thank you. And Tiki amiibo. Tiki I'm not so excited about, but she looks cool. And then Chrom just...
Right.
Oh, man.
Everybody loves Chrom. They were mad because Chrom wasn't in Smash Brothers.
I was okay with it because Lucina, who is my favorite character from Awakening, she made it into it. And Chrom is also in her final Smash, which is just so cool. But yeah, now there's going to be a Chrom amiibo, so I can put father and daughter next to each other. And I'm just super, super excited about that. So
yeah, as a Fire Emblem fan. All right. Anything else that we missed?
I think that about wraps it up for our E3 coverage. I mean, we've gone over all the games that we definitely want. And I mean, yeah, I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah. Overall, comparative to Sony and Microsoft, I think Nintendo's wasn't particularly like wow-worthy. I mean, Metroid was super exciting for a lot of people.
Oh yes, that's a big deal.
The Metroid 2 made a lot of sense because they just canceled some fans' version of... They didn't cancel it, they put a cease and desist on it.
AM2R, yeah.
Which the guy who made that game was super excited, and it made sense. He was like, it makes sense. They were making the game that I was making, and it looks awesome. I'm excited to play it.
Oh yeah.
But with that being said, the big thing for them this year was Mario Odyssey, which we knew about last year. Did we know about? Yeah, we knew about it.
Yeah, we knew about it.
But it looks really good.
It does.
Everything that Nintendo showed looked really good. The treehouse that they showed showed me enough of the things that I was not convinced of to make me at least go, okay. All right.
Right.
Like the Yoshi, didn't care about Yoshi.
Right.
Watched the treehouse and I was like, all right, Yoshi.
Right. Yeah, Yoshi's cool. Splatoon 2. We didn't talk about Salmon Run.
Oh,
which
Oh.
we'll probably end up doing multiple videos on, just gameplay what.
Don't you worry, boo-boo. There will be plenty of Splatoon 2 to go around.
There will be.
That comes out a month from now, so look for that.
Absolutely.
In August, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have...
Comes out at the end of the month.
Yeah, we'll have multiple videos of gameplay as well as impressions and maybe even a solid review of it. So
yeah, you'll definitely at least see a review from me.
Yeah.
Splatoon is awesome.
Yeah.
If you didn't play Splatoon for Wii U, I know a lot of people that's like the game they still play. That and probably Smash 4. Mm-hmm. Get a Switch.
Yeah.
Like if you're planning on getting a Switch, you will have Splatoon 2.
Yeah. You have to.
It is fun.
It
looks kitty. They took an idea like the team shooter and they made it fun even if you're terrible at shooters.
Oh yeah.
I am terrible at shooters and I've absolutely ran teams in Splatoon 2. Just because it's more strategy than just killing your opponents. You can literally win matches without shooting your opponent one time.
Oh yeah.
Just by being crafty.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk about that later.
One thing I do want to mention, just as an appreciation to Nintendo, Nintendo has, after their press conferences, and I know that Microsoft and Sony also do this, but Nintendo does it on a wider scale. They have their Treehouse, and we mentioned that multiple times. They do like 45-minute gameplay demos of the games that they announce. And that's just something that, I mean, is important to us as gamers. You know, we get to see the content.
That didn't
we get to go to E3, yeah.
Right.
So
it's nice that it's really nice that you get to see, all right, here's our presentation.
Right.
But here's what we actually have on the floor.
Correct.
And so I can go, I mean,
It's
I discovered
YouTube,
Box Boy that way.
Right.
Box Boy it was just mentioned in the Treehouse. I watched the gameplay and I was like, that looks neat. I'm going to play it. I'm going to buy it. It's only $5.
Well, if you...
Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't watch any of the Treehouse footage, you wouldn't know anything about Metroid 2.
Yeah.
Or Metroid Samus Returns. They didn't announce that in their E3 coverage. So, you know, it's contextually great for us as gamers and fans. So, thank you, Nintendo. We appreciate it.
But, yeah, so overall, I think Nintendo kind of takes the trophy this year.
I think so,
just
too.
because the impressiveness of Super Mario Odyssey looks even better than most people thought it would. You can control a dinosaur.
You can.
You can possess things. Apparently Mario may not be human because he takes over real humans. It's kind of creepy. Don't think too much about it. It's Mario. You'll enjoy it.
It's a video game.
But yeah, nothing disappointing in there. I hope every group, every company, all the major companies comes out with something really awesome next year. I think this was just this E3, the disappointment in this E3, and I feel like there's a little disappointment every year because we hype this up to be more than it is.
Yeah.
But I think all three companies were kind of finishing their developments on things at the same time. Like everything Sony announced last year, they're wrapping up this year. Microsoft is wrapping up Project Scorpio for this year. Nintendo is wrapping up Mario Odyssey and promoting their games this year, you know. So, you know, maybe next year we'll finally get our F-Zero game that we've wanted since the GameCube days.
Right.
Because we need an F-Zero game, guys. I mean, and don't make it all motion control based like you did with Star Fox. Because that was disappointing. There you go. There's E3 this year. Tell us what you think in the comments of any of the sections of E3 that we covered this year. And check out more content on the rest of our channel. Take it easy, guys.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to give us a like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, the other button seems to work as well. Thanks again for watching, and we will chirp you in the next one.